When you look at me, what do you see? You see a sister. Mm-hmm. But I don't use the word black. The census, no lie, came to my house and they said, how do you identify yourself? I said, how can I identify myself? And it was like, however you choose. And I said, I am a melanated American. There you go. I called myself melanated. I've had a problem with using the word black because in the dictionary it's so negative. Everything to do with black. I mean, look, I wrote down the definition. I have a little piece of paper here. Without light. Now we know we strive to be the light, but it says without light, dirty. It's in there. Look it up. Evil, wicked, sad, dismal, sullen. And then it says of African, specifically Afro-Americans, dark-skinned peoples in the U.S. And I'm like, whoa. And we know the words blackball, and I'm not talking about men's nuts, okay? Blacklist, black magic. This is what happens when you live in the hood. I've got to get out of here. Blackout, black market, black sheep. There's so much negativity associated with the word black. And then you say, oh, that's what you are. Yeah. And then when in contrast, when you look up white, it says having the color of pure snow or milk. Pure, innocent. Word, look it up. Don't ever believe anything I ever tell you. Look it up for yourself. This was in a dictionary in the school I work at. Okay? Now, and look, things that are white blood cells, they destroy disease-causing organisms. White collar, we know that's like, hey, you don't get your hands dirty. Even white collar crime, white flag, the White House, we don't even have to go there. And you know, I didn't know they had a category called white slavery. I looked it up. I got too into that. And anyway, whitewash. I'm not talking about the walls. I'm talking about concealing of faults in order to exonerate. Now, the two that really get me the most, white lie. It says to lie about a trivial matter, often told to spare someone's feelings. You've heard it before. Little white lie. Listen, tell Susie she can sing, please. We don't want to hurt her feelings. So it's always a little white lie. But the unsaid part is everything is duality. Duality. So if it's a little white lie, then what? It's a big black lie. Everything else. It's always a contrast to where people who look like me are made to be negative or less than, or and I hate it. And I just can't call myself a black person. I can't define myself as something seen so negative. This is a struggle within me even to this day. I didn't become a black child until 5th grade when I went to Catholic school, because pre-K through 4 I was in a private school, all black teachers, all black students. And it felt like I was going to grandma's house. Seriously, it was an amazing. I got a great education too. They were superior in teaching. But when I went to 5th grade and I went to Catholic school, that's when I became black. That's when I learned about Columbus, and you know, that was my traumatic year. Okay, so what I'm saying is this whole black thing that's been beaten into our heads of what black is, and all of the negative imagery with black, that has really done some damage to me, and it has caused an anger. And let me tell you something, I understand the anger that's in our teenagers, because I inherited my mother still alive, lived through Jim Crow. She lived in the segregated ass South. I inherited that. I learned from her, who learned from her mother, who went through it even worse, who learned from her mother. I mean, and I say fathers too. We had fathers. So we have too much of this pollution still in our system. And this whole black-white thing didn't even exist before Bacon's Rebellion. So one more thing I forgot about. The word blackmail